Stop for a second. Think about the last 3 meals you ate. Now imagine one of those meals repeated every day, quietly piling fat inside your liver. Not visible, not painful, but slowly stealing your energy, wrecking your hormones, and locking your body into stubborn weight that won't come off. Sound dramatic? It's not. It's happening to millions of people right now. And in today's video, I'm going to expose 7 toxic foods that can destroy your liver and block your weight loss efforts, plus exactly what to eat instead and how to test if your liver is already stressed. Before we go further, remember the liver is the body's chemical factory. It stores energy, burns toxins, helps control blood sugar, and makes the building blocks your body needs. When it fills with fat or gets inflamed, everything slows down: metabolism, hormones, sleep quality, and yes, your ability to lose weight. This isn't hypothetical. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is now one of the most common liver problems in adults worldwide. The best way to protect yourself is to spot the foods that quietly feed the problem and cut them out. Okay, let's go through the 7 foods, why each one is harmful, and the very practical swap or hack you can use tonight. Number 1, sugar sweetened drinks and high fructose drinks, not just soda, but fruit juices and sweetened teas. Your liver is the main organ that metabolizes fructose. Unlike glucose, which the whole body uses, fructose goes straight to the liver and is rapidly converted into fat when eaten in excess. That's how hidden calories become liver fat, and that fat makes your body resistant to losing weight. Cut the sweet drinks first. Plain water, sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon, or unsweetened tea are the simplest, most immediate swaps. Several observational studies and reviews link sugary drinks to increased liver fat and metabolic risk. Number 2, ultra-processed foods with phosphate and additive loads. Think instant meals, many ready-to-eat packaged foods, certain processed cheeses and meats. These products frequently contain phosphate additives and preservatives that change metabolic signaling and may worsen liver and metabolic health. The problem is these phosphates are hidden. They boost shelf life and texture, but they also burden the liver and impair metabolic regulation over time. When you're trying to lose weight, these foods keep insulin and inflammatory signals high. The research on phosphate additives and metabolic harm is evolving, but enough evidence exists to be cautious with heavily processed items. Number 3, industrial seed oils used for deep frying and many packaged foods: soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. These are high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fats, and when heated repeatedly, generate oxidation products that promote inflammation and liver stress in animal and emerging human data. It's not that all vegetable oils are evil, but many industrial seed oils in processed foods are heavily refined and oxidized, and chronic exposure may favor fatty liver and make weight loss tougher. Swap to small amounts of olive oil or avocado oil for cooking and steer away from repeated deep frying. Number 4, excessive alcohol and frequent binge drinking. This one is obvious but non-negotiable. Alcohol is directly toxic to liver cells and leads to a spectrum of disease from fatty liver to alcoholic hepatitis and cirrhosis. Even moderate habitual drinking can add to liver fat when combined with poor diet. If you're trying to lose weight and protect your liver, cut back on alcohol, or better yet, take alcohol-free days and monitor how your sleep and morning energy respond. Clinical guidelines and hepatology societies spell this out clearly. Number 5, high amounts of refined carbohydrates and sugary desserts. White bread, pastries, cakes, donuts. These behave metabolically like sugar: quick glucose spikes, insulin surges, fat storage, and increased hepatic de novo lipogenesis, the liver's process of making fat from sugar. If you're doing everything else right, but your diet includes big portions of refined carbs, your liver will keep refilling with fat and weight loss stalls. Choose whole grains, and if you crave a treat, pair it with protein and fiber to blunt the spike. Number 6, processed and red meats, especially cured, smoked meats like bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli slices. These are high in saturated fats, added sodium, and preservatives that promote inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. Consumed frequently, evidence links high consumption of processed meats to higher rates of fatty liver, Metabolic complications, swap with fish, legumes, or lean poultry several times a week. Even small reductions in red and processed meat intake lower inflammation and liver fat over months. Number 7, too much total dietary fat from poor sources and constant overeating of calorie-dense foods. This is a broader category. Consistently eating energy-dense meals, even healthy fats in excess, without creating a caloric balance will keep the liver storing fat. That's why portion control matters. Aim for a Mediterranean-style pattern. Vegetables, legumes, whole grains, berries, olive oil, and regular fatty fish. A pattern repeatedly shown to reduce liver fat and improve metabolism. Even modest weight loss, around 5–10% of body weight, significantly reduces liver fat and inflammation. Now, the part everyone wants: quick, practical tactics so you can start fixing this tonight. These aren't vague platitudes, these are evidence-based, measurable actions. Action 1. Remove sugar-sweetened beverages completely for 14 days. Track your morning fasting glucose or energy level. Many people see an early drop in triglycerides and report better sleep and appetite control. Action 2. Swap one processed meal per day for a real food plate. Lean protein, colorful veg, a small portion of whole grain, and olive oil. That single swap reduces sodium, hidden phosphate, and refined carb load. Action 3. Cook with olive oil or avocado oil and avoid deep-fried takeaway more than once a week. Action 4. Add 2 servings of oily fish per week or reliable omega-3 source. That anti-inflammatory fat helps reduce liver fat. Action 5. Practice meal timing. Avoid late-night big carb-heavy meals. A light protein-rich snack is a smarter choice. If you must eat late. Action 6. Prioritize sleep and activity. 20–30 minutes of walking after meals helps blunt post-meal spikes and improves liver metabolism. Action 7. Get checked. Ask your clinician for a fasting liver panel, ALT/AST, a fasting lipid panel, and consider an ultrasound or fibroscan if there's a strong suspicion. Small tests now can prevent big problems later. A few clinical safety notes. Be careful with supplements marketed as liver cleanses. The supplement space is unregulated and some products have caused real liver injury. Always check with a clinician before starting anything new and use only third-party tested brands. Also, if you have known liver disease or kidney problems, adjust protein and supplement advice with a specialist. There's no magic pill for a fatty liver. The strongest evidence supports dietary change, exercise, and measured weight loss. Let me give you a simple 2-week plan to get started. Week 1, remove sweetened drinks, add 1 fish meal, and swap 1 processed meal for whole food, and do a 10–20 minute brisk walk after dinner. Week 2, reduce refined breads and sweets by 50%, add an extra serving of vegetables daily, and test your fasting labs if you can track weight, waste, and energy. And if you have access to a GP or liver clinic, ask about a baseline LT and an ultrasound. Even small early improvements predict long-term liver recovery. Now, a final reality check. Your liver is resilient. Fatty liver and early inflammation are reversible with consistent changes. But the longer you let toxic patterns, lots of sugar, industrial seed oils, regular binge drinking, and processed foods continue, the harder recovery becomes. Think of these foods as tiny daily assaults. Stop the daily assault, and the liver begins to heal. And if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: swap the drinks, ditch the ultra-processed, prioritize whole food, and move your body after meals. It's not sexy, but it works. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and share with someone who still thinks juice is a healthy breakfast. Drop a comment with which of these foods surprised you the most. I read every one. And if you want, next time I'll bring the exact meal plans and doctor-tested swaps for 3 cultural diets: South Asian, Mediterranean, and American, so you can actually follow this without feeling like you're missing out. Stay safe, be kind to your liver, and I'll see you in the next video.